How's everybody doing today? We are back at it, saving par. Let's go. You know, the club I probably goof around with the most in my studio here is this 68-degree Pine Meadow with like 0 bounce. Look at that thing. It's just, I did a video on this. It's like the flattest little pancake thing. And I love just hitting little guys right off this tight lie, just boom. The camera leg, just these tight little chip shots. It's pretty fun. Anyways, let's dig into saving par. The reason for this series is because we not only want to learn from our mistakes, but we want to reflect back on what we did well so that we can continually reinforce that so that we make better decisions on course more often. That's the goal. All right, so we are at it. We are at Whistling Straits and we're on the Straits course. This is a fantastic, obviously world-class major championship. Ryder Cup 2021 is what we're going to see. So the full video of the round will come out at a later time. But I wanted to take you through a couple holes here so we can learn, so we can get better. So when we're on course, we cannot make mistake after mistake after mistake and never learn. Okay, so today's video is brought to us by Skillshare, which is super exciting because Skillshare is an online learning community where you can go and choose from a number of different courses or things that you want to learn about or you know about and you just want to get better at. So they have everything on there, thousands of different classes, gardening, baking, home decorating, I mean, you name it, it's there. One of the things that I've really been into for a long time is product photography, which I use a lot for my channel in taking thumbnail photos, but I always want to learn and get better. Somebody I followed for a long time on YouTube was this channel called Mango Street, and they do a lot of that stuff. Well, what's super cool is that now they have a course on Skillshare for DIY, like product photography, that I've really been into because one, I like them in general, and two, now it's put together in a way that, well, I can follow along and get better at taking product photography, which I need for this particular channel, and it's just a lot of fun. For the first 1,000 people that click the link in the video description below, Skillshare is going to give you a free trial membership, and then after that, it's like less than $10 a month. So it's free to check out, link in the video description below. Now, let's get back to saving par. So Mike and I played this bad boy from the tips, which means as far back as she goes. And that's 7,790 yards. Now, yeah, even like the pros would, when do they play courses that long? They don't. And we were 20+ mile-an-hour winds. So it was a rough time, but nonetheless, we still can manage ourselves around the course in a respectable way. Now, on the second hole, this 597-yard par 5, challenging, and I've made pretty much every mistake in the book. Not only, bad shots, put myself in bad positions, but just mentally, I wasn't prepared for that type of hole, into the wind, second hole, out of the books, right? Just boom, out of the gate. But we had to deal with it. By the way, if you're liking these videos, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification too so you don't miss anything. Would appreciate that. Thank you very much. So a few holes later, there's another par 5, which is 603 yards to the 5th hole. Stripe a drive right down the middle of the fairway. And here's where everything started going wrong. And we had a caddy. So you would think that you're gonna just make all the right decisions. Again, what happened was this is like one of the only holes there's water on the course. That's not Lake Michigan, right? It's a pond or lake or whatever. So that's to the left. And So I'm laying up, right? I'm not going for it because it's a tough go for it situation. So I'm gonna lay up. So what I did, the mistake I made was I just grabbed a 4-iron and said, cool, I'm gonna lay up. This is my layup club and I'm just gonna hit the 4-iron. Well, what I didn't understand is that with that club, that brings that water in play. So either what I should have done is taken a 6 or 7-iron and give myself a little bit longer third shot, or taken the 3-wood and blown it way right, because I can always miss right with that 3-wood. But that 4-iron, that puts that water in the perfect position. Now, I was anticipating hitting a good shot, but I didn't. I hit a decent shot, but I drew it too much, goes in the water, have to take a drop, drop 3, hit 4, bad chip. You know, you just mentally ruined kind of at that point because you're in such a great position from the fairway. Having to do it over again, what I would do is, instead of just grabbing my layup 4-iron club, I would think through it a little longer and say, wait, what takes that water out of play? And either take the 7-iron or take a 3-wood and just play a big slice off the water so there's plenty of room long, and the water becomes less and less of an issue the closer you get to the hole. Didn't know that. So that was a huge mistake, and it resulted in a bad score on that hole. Now, prior to that, we get a 494-yard par 4 dead into the wind. Tough hole, long hole, challenging hole, all right? So here I had a success story. Here's what we did. I take a driver, hit a great drive. I mean, we barely made it to the fairway, but it was just left of the fairway in the rough. So from this situation, I'm in no way, shape, or form going for the green. I'm actually laying up and putting it way right, because left goes down a hill and it's right against Lake Michigan, so we don't want to be there. So I'm playing way out to the right, okay? And I'm hooking the ball a little bit, so I'm playing even farther right. Hit a great layup and put it in the right hand kind of rough, which was okay. I didn't want to be there. I thought it would kick down. But again, I played it to my strength, which was a wedge shot. And then I was able to hit a fantastic wedge. It looked a lot more challenging than it was. It was really the perfect number. It was really the perfect angle. And I was in a great lie, kind of, but it looked a little more precarious than it actually was. But nonetheless, we marched around that hole correctly. And it resulted in a nice putt and a nice par, a great par, one of my best pars of the day. Obviously, you already saw the next hole, and that was a mistake. But that's what I mean when I say saving par. It's an ebb and flow thing. But what you have to do after the fact, you have to go, a lot of people pick out, oh man, I lost a stroke here, I lost a stroke there, I lost a stroke here. And we kind of analyze our scorecard with all our mistakes and the ways we could have saved shots. That's good. But you also want to analyze your scorecard in the same way with all the shots that you saved, all the success stories. And so this series, this video, is helping us go back and say, look, how were we successful? We want to do that more and more and more. So that gets reinforced up here, and we just subconsciously make better decisions on course. I'm going to end it with one of my greatest saves of the entire Kohler, Wisconsin trip. Hope you enjoy it. A little par 3 17th. You may have seen it already at the Meadow Valley's course at Black Wolf Run. So, love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.
Hey, swooping. Looks good. All right, Matt is in the greenside bunker. He's about 15 feet below us. Really good shot right there. Wow. Okay, that's all you could do. That bunker shot was phenomenal.
Couldn't see anything.
Right up and down there.
Thanks.